Listen, I can't make this up. And I don't ever try to be facetious or exaggerate in anything that I do. But today, Divine has made a very clear point that they're with us. They're with you, baby. If they're with me, and I'm one. If you're one, they're with you. Did you hear that? Let me say, if they're with me, and I know I'm one, I know that they're with you. If you know you're one, baby, I can't make it up. We're so very close. Can you feel it? I feel it in every, truly, like when they say in every fiber of my being, I feel it all over. In the important places, as you can see, all up in here, all up in here. And when necessary, from here to here, I feel it. The synchronicities that show up in a day, the numerous synchronicities that show up in a day, that when I am lured out of my shell, my hermit mode, they're saying, okay, girl, you got to come out. You got to come out. And I'm saying, all right, let me see what's out here. With my lantern. Huh? Yes. With my light. And I come out, they meet me with confirmations. Confirmations that, yes, we're with you. Earlier today, I was walking on this very road, speaking with my sister cousin. The reorganization of the soul tribes, I'm going to tell you, it's real. But you've got to call it forth. You've got to ask for it. In the last 72 hours, today is the 16th of April, we're in our full moon season again. I believe this is the full moon in Aries, if I'm not mistaken. Pardon me if I am. It is a strawberry moon, very significant time, opportunity. Any full moon phase is an opportunity at the end of the day. And in the last 72 hours, in preparing and doing the work of releasing a lot of things, I've released some things, many things, specifically resentment, multiple layers of resentment. And as I'm doing my work, releasing and calling forth, I've been calling out for my tribe. And so 72 hours is what, 3 days, isn't it? Isn't it? Yeah. And in that 72 hours, on the third day, arose the confirmations, that which was requested. I've had several different communications with new people that are just like on fire. It's like, huh? Yeah. And when I was walking on this road earlier, speaking with another, like I said, my sister cousin, my cousin, my fam, and I was expressing to her how I'm processing this feeling of being, not even feeling, this reality that I'm one of one. There's no way around it. And being one of one all my life, I said again, all my life, I was explaining to her, because most of my loved ones, they know me, and they're like, Althea, you're not alone. I say, I know I'm not alone, but I'm alone, boo. Like, and I've always been alone. Okay? Like, you can be in a room full of folks, family, bloodline, and everything. And just because you're with people or you're amongst people doesn't mean that they're with you. Neither are you with them. And I've known, like, I'm not with a lot of things. I'm not with a lot of vibrations. But it's clear that my family, bloodline and otherwise, they're not with me, and neither am I with them. And I am one of one. And I got to be okay with that. Like, I've got to process that and be okay with that. And when I did release the resentment of being one on one of one, the resentment of, you know, those that were on my track, and the resistance that they offered, the betrayal that they offered, the abandonment, the rejection, the ridicule, all of that they offered was to ensure that I stayed on my path of one. Don't get attached to those things that don't serve you well. And I had to release the resentment about those things, the roles that people played in my life, and be okay with that. Because I got to move forward in love. And the two don't mix. Bitterness, resentment doesn't mix. When I move forward, chosen ones, we are going to move forward. We're going to heal, and we're going to bless, and we're going to add increase. But you can only do that in love for it to be of any real value, any lasting value, right? Only what you do for the divine mind. Some say otherwise. They say only what you do for Christ, only what you do for the divine mind will last eternally. That which you do on this earth, it is passing away for sure. So the work that I am doing in this earth, the legacy that I leave, has to be done in that energy and that frequency of light, highest frequencies of light and love possible here in this realm. So I had to release a lot of the unnecessary, the junk that 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 dilutes love. The junk that dilutes love, right? And as soon as I did it, no sooner than I did it, no sooner than I humbled myself and repented and prayed a prayer and called forth what I needed to call forth. No sooner than I did it, the very next day, the very next morning, at the crack of dawn, so to speak, the opening of business, I get a phone call with a confirmation out of nowhere. You've been chosen, basically. You've been chosen. We didn't know if you knew or not, Althea, but you've been chosen. What? They don't even understand their impact when they make certain statements, and when I'm talking about synchronicities, the first thing I hear that next morning is, hey, Althea, I don't know if you know, but you've been chosen to be the caregiver of the month. I knew that was directly from Spirit saying, go, girl, hold on. You're good. You're all right. You're on target. And your blessings are coming. We've heard your requests. We've heard your petitions. You wrote it. It's burned up in the ethers. It's coming to you any moment now. So, beloved, you got to know. You feel it. The signs and synchronicities are there. But sometimes we'll get in our own way with those energies, those feelings, those emotions of despair, because right now we're still that fool card. We're still, in what feels like limbo. Like we've thrown away everything. We're suspended in air. The baby. Not a lot of folks can be suspended in air and just keep getting along like we do. I'm trying to tell you something. It feels really awkward and uncomfortable, especially for those of us that are so used to being in control and, we're on our game. We know what we came here for. There's some that are still figuring that sugar honey iced tea out, but we know. And for us, like I know, like this is not what I ain't come here to be out here stranded with nothing. Where's my stuff? Like I know my worth. I know my value. I know my inheritance. Like this is not it. But it takes a master, or it builds a master. Say it again. It builds a master to be able to be suspended in nothingness and still perform and still remain in balance. In nothingness, suspended. What? Say it with me. What? It takes a master, an ascending one. Not everyone can do this. But we get in our way and we throw ourselves a pity party. Because I know me. Look, I want some people to help me. I know me. I want some friends. I want my support team. Where are they? Spirit is saying, just hold on, girlie. You got this. And that's what this is really about for me in this moment. Is to really reinforce to my divine self is reinforcing to myself that you are well. You've got this. So day 3, like the floodgates just like open. But they only open because I open my mouth. And I call forth what I'm requiring, calling forth what I know is mine, what I need, and shaking up those, dusty, dusty shells, just dusting them off, getting some people to, what are you doing? What are we doing? Like, I'm a catalyst. Sometimes you got to remember that you are activating other people, and you might come across people and they just seem like they're not getting it. You might need to shake them up a little bit. Use that throat chakra, wake them up. Let them know, hey, it's time. We're going to get to doing what we got to get to doing. And so today, day 3, like several phone calls of power. Who got time to be talking to chit chat? And I don't do that. Conversations of power. Conversations of destiny. Conversations talking about big letter words. And I know what those letter words are. Yeah. I've been seeing them in synchronicities. Letters. This one specific letter. L. Say it again with me. L. 3 times. How many times I've seen L, L, L? How many dozens of times? I said, that's got to mean something, and I know what it means. Say it with me. Legacy. Huh? Conversations of power, conversations of destiny, conversations about legacy. Because when you are star seed and you're a chosen one, you're here on purpose, it's unfolding. Anyone that is awakened, that I come into their midst and they're on target, they're doing the same thing. Some you come across, they haven't connected with that higher, greater. Well, I won't say they haven't connected with that higher part of themselves. Some I find are very closed in their heart, and that's problematic because you need love to go forward in the other dimensions, right? The higher dimensions require a higher frequency of love. And so many of my encounters have been with, unfortunately, some brothers that just have continued to have blockages in that area. And so they have awareness, their heart is closed. So I keep it moving. You heard? So it's the time to knock out the rest of this thing called life. This the second phase of the new world order. It is a new world order, and I welcome it. As you should welcome our new world order. And all the pieces are coming together, little by little. I'm excited. And, today my nose is just like crazy, burning. But now that I have spoken and I have shared and connected to you guys, my loves, my tribe, now that I've connected, I feel a lot better. But there's so much more, and I'm just going to bide my time with releasing certain things and certain things unfold. But there's so much more that is going to come out of me and that is going to be of great service, not only to this generation, but to generations to come. We will show forth the great and mighty work of the divine creative force that's within us. Listen, namaste. Be blessed. Like, share, subscribe, please, and thank you. Oh, I feel better. Thank you. Namaste.